disrupted.
We're managing to hold it together but it's the unknown, and because the communication is so bad between here and Libya, it's the unknown.
The British Foreign Office has been criticised for being slow to act.
The urgency now is very clear. It is a dangerous and fast-moving situation. It is time for the government to act.
But today, William Hague promised to send charter flights to rescue British citizens from Tripoli. But concern is growing for those like Jim Coyle who remain stranded in desert camps.
These camps are remote, they're isolated, they are scattered over a large distance. They're dependent for food or water on supplies from Libyan cities that have been severely disrupted by the violence and unrest, and some we know have been subjected to attacks and to looting. They are in a perilous and frightening...
How they're going to get out of there alive.
Flight restrictions have now lifted in Libya, and Jim's family are hopeful he can fly home soon. But they wish the government had done something sooner. Julie Peacock, reporting Scotland.
Well, reports this evening suggest that Colonel Gaddafi is battling to retain control of Tripoli and areas in western Libya as protesters consolidate gains in the east of the country. Dr. Imad El Anis is a lecturer in international relations at Nottingham Trent University, and earlier he told me he does think that Colonel Gaddafi's days are numbered.
He's on his way out. I think yesterday's TV appearance demonstrated that he's really clinging to his last hopes of remaining in power. And he said yesterday he's going to go down fighting, if he's going to go down at all. But I think that's what we're seeing. He actually is going to be removed from power. I would say not too long from now.
And yet he does obviously still have money to pay mercenaries. He still retains the loyalty of some of the military. The fighting is continuing. So you say you think it could be over sooner rather than later, but potentially it could still drag out, couldn't it?
Yeah, I think that this situation now in Libya can go one of two ways. One, ability to some extent. Libya is very different. There are a myriad of different security forces in Libya, each owning their own allegiance to one person or another, and their command structures are quite isolated from each other. Some of those are now with the protesters. Some of those security forces, though, still remain loyal to Muammar Gaddafi, and if those forces fight each other in the next few days, we could see quite a high level of violence.
He has spoken and said that he would die a martyr rather than give up on this. I mean, if he doesn't die in fighting, what options are there for him? There was talk the other day that he might have been heading to Venezuela. Would that be a possibility?
It's certainly a possibility. I think there are only two countries in the world that would actually take Gaddafi in, and that is Venezuela and Zimbabwe. I don't think he's going to actually flee the country. I do think he's going to remain in Libya, and right until the end. And one way or another, I think he's going to remain there. Either he's going to die in Libya, or he will be caught. It's certainly not going to be the case where he's going to be moving to some other city in Libya, as Hosni Mubarak did in Egypt and when he went to Sharm el-Sheikh. Muammar Gaddafi is going to be in Libya, I think, till the end.
And is it obvious what will spring up in his place if and when he does go?
No, it's not obvious at all. Much of what's happening in Libya is changing very rapidly, and it's the Interior Minister. Those guys might actually take over the reins of power, as it were, for some time, for at least a transition period. The other possibility is maybe some kind of council of tribal leaders, tribal elders, as well as some senior figures in the government that have already moved over. It's difficult to tell at this stage, though.
Well, there are quite a number of Brits still stranded in Libya trying to get out. At this stage, still no Foreign Office charter plane has actually left to head there. There was a technical problem with one of the flights that was supposed to leave from Gatwick earlier. Let's talk to Tricia. Her brother is actually stuck in Libya, and she joins us on the line now. Thank you for joining us, Tricia. Just tell us what his situation is.